I love him. I really, really love him.
This high school student has fallen head over heels for someone she met while playing her PlayStation.
He sends me a friend request in the game. And I was like, oh my god. And we're chatting. He told me his name. I told him my name. He's around 6'1", curly hair, glasses. His voice is like actually really attractive.
Well, alright, Julian. I'll let you do your thing. And I'm gonna continue watching my World War II documentary.
But things have gotten spicy between the two, and Julia wants to know who she's been sending all of these nudes to.
I think I've sent over 100 pictures. I didn't like it, but I just didn't want him to leave.
This one is unsettling for me.
Yeah, let's just make sure he's not a pervert.
I think about this guy 24/7. If he is who he is, that would maybe even more heavy.
Join us on this episode of Catfish. We'll get to the bottom of who Julia is actually talking to.
That's him.
That's the same person.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your engagement with our videos help us reach new audiences and can potentially stop other people from being scammed.
All right, guys, we got another case. It's pretty interesting. It's from a woman named Julia. I'll read her email. She says, "Hi, Social Catfish. I've been watching your videos for a while and I finally decided to reach out because I'm desperate. For the past year, I've been talking to a guy named Adrien who supposedly lives in Arizona. We met while playing Overwatch and I fell for him. My friends think I'm being catfished. I only have 2 pictures of his body with no face. We talk weekly, but he refuses to send a picture or a video call. He's never asked for money, but something feels off. I need your help."
Hi, my name is Julia. I am a 19-year-old high school student who's graduating this year. I'm 100% Mexican. I live in a small town. I love drawing. I love painting. I am a collectionist. I've been collecting since I was 8 years old. So I have over, I think, 80 Funko Pops. I have one of them here, which is from a video game. I also like K-pop. I have like a bunch of K-pop stuff here. I really like video games. One of them is Overwatch, which has had a toll on me for the past year and a half. I have over 1,300 hours on Overwatch. People have told me that I'm basically obsessed with the game, and I agree with them. I can say Overwatch is basically my life, the game that has caused me a lot of desperation, I can say.
Julia is a typical high school student. She has lots of friends, loves video games, and is excited to graduate. But things haven't always been simple.
Well, I don't really have contact with my mom anymore. My mom needed to work. She would drop me off with my grandparents. I would spend most of my day with them and they would take care of me. I grew up like that, just every single day. They are just great for me. They're my support and they're my guardians. They were my guardians, you know? And well, my dad, he hasn't been very present. He never stepped up.
Julia feels she's had no luck meeting anyone who's interested in her.
Not many boys have been interested in me because of how I look. I'm very aware that I'm a chubby person. I'm overweight. Not as in extremely overweight, but I'm overweight.
But everything changed on a random day she decided to play a game on her PlayStation.
So the day I met this person, I saw one of my online friends that was also online. So I decided to join him in a custom game. Pick a random character, and I was just sitting there and I see him and I see his name tag, and his name is Gunslinger. And I thought it was funny because it did fit the character. The first thing he said to me, it's gonna be embarrassing, but because of the character I was using, you know, she's attractive. And the first thing she said to me was Big Mommy. And I thought that was funny. I thought that was hilarious. You know, I was like, wow, yeah, Big Mommy. And I laughed. My friend was teasing this guy about, oh my God, talk to her. Oh my God, send her a friend request. Oh my God, you should just totally talk. He sends me a friend request in the game. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know. I kind of feel excited because I was like, oh my God, getting a friend. I started talking to him through the chat. He said hi with a couple eyes. And I said, oh my God, hi. And we're chatting. He told me his name. I told him my name, our ages, everything. His name is Adrien. He is 19 years old. A couple days later, he sent me like 2 or 3 pictures. And one of those pictures was like a mirror picture. but his face was covered with the phone. So I could only see part of his glasses, like from the side, his jawline, and his eyebrow. I really couldn't see anything else. His whole phone was covering his face. He's around 6'1". He has curly hair, glasses. He's really attractive. He's slim. He's muscular. He's part Mexican. But I did keep insisting about seeing his face. He did tell me he was insecure, which I understand. I am too. But I showed him my face a week after we started talking. So I believe I should get at least the same. His family was really struggling. He had dropped out of school to start working and get a business. I do trust him on that. I haven't really looked into it a lot. He says he has a business with his grandma. He went out to this business dinner and spent like over $2,000. And I'm like, that's a lot of money. He is someone who doesn't brag about money, even though he has money.
Julia and Adrien hit it off, and they texted all through the day and night. But things got even more interesting when Julia asked him to talk over his mic while playing a match on Overwatch.
I liked his voice a lot. It was my first time hearing his voice. And I was like, oh my god, his voice is like actually really attractive.
Well, alright, Julian. I'll let you do your thing. And I'm gonna continue watching my World War II documentary.
Adrien and I would basically play the game every 2 days.
Go inside the convenience store. Go water your ass and play.
Okay, come on.
Are you chasing?
Yeah, look at them. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. No!
And he would call me Cherry. It was something I thought it was really cute. I felt loved, so, but I also felt like really special talking to him. I can say I was in love because I just kept thinking about him 24/7. And he was really sweet, so it was hard for me not to catch feelings that fast. He would say, I miss you. He would text me every hour, every 30 minutes. And I really feel loved. I felt like I was being showered in affection, like something I've never had. And he was the one who started it. I didn't know what I was to him, right? Because he would call me Cherry, he would call me love, baby, whatever. So I asked him and I say, what are we? If you don't mind telling me. And that moment he said, well, you're my girlfriend. And I was like, what? We continued talking in that custom game until, I'm not proud to say it, but things got a bit heated in the moment. It was a very intimate video. He was not showing his face. He was not showing anything. He was just showing one thing. I mean, I saw it. I was like, good God, that is wow. I really didn't expect it big. I wasn't complaining either, if I'm being honest. But I told him, I was like, yeah, it's good,
Up until this point, Julia had fallen for Adrien. He was all she could think about, but she's never seen his face, and every time the two talked about meeting up, Adrien always had an excuse.
There has been a lot of talks about meeting, yet he wants us to plan it correctly. And I told him like, hey, I'm going to this festival in Mexico City. Do you want to maybe just meet me there? And he said, yeah, I'll think about it. And I got him as far as trying to look for plane tickets. And he was like actually looking at them and he was like, yeah, that's a good price, blah, blah. We can meet there. We can go to the festival together. So we've been talking about it. We have, but it has never been like an actual plan.
Julia is fed up. She wants to know what Adrien truly looks like and has her suspicions about him being a catfish.
My friends would normally say that he was a catfish, that he was fake, that he was playing me. And I quote from one of my friends, he said, no one that attractive would even talk to you. He was the first person to say that he was not real and that he was a catfish and that there was nowhere in hell someone that attractive would even notice me or talk to me. I was used to it because of how a big hater he was. So, yeah, but he was still really mean about it.
Her deepest concern is that Adrien frequently disappears for weeks at times and might be just using her for sexy talk and nudes.
he went just offline for maybe 2 weeks without talking. And one time I did send him a message through the PlayStation, and he responded. I said like, "Oh my god, can we call?" Things got heated again in that call. But I kept getting a bit more worried because he would just call me for that sometimes. And I didn't like it, but I just didn't want him to leave. So I kept doing it. I think I've sent over 100 pictures to him. And I do it because, not because he asks, because he likes it and he likes my body, he praises me, and I like that. So I just sent him more.
Adrien and Julia have slowed down on playing the PlayStation together. Something just doesn't feel right. And to top it off, Adrien felt things were moving too fast and ended up breaking up with Julia. She wants things to work out, but also wants to know if Adrien is being truthful about everything.
He has said that we are just friends with benefits. And I know it hurts me, but I always thought that I'd rather be something than nothing. So, because I'm in love with him, and it's people have told me that I depend on him, and I kind of do, even though it's not healthy. But I love him. I really, really love him. For me, the perfect outcome would be you guys finding out that he's real, maybe finding a picture of his face, or anything I could just have peace within me. I think about this guy 24/7, and I've been just kind of desperate about just knowing who he is. If he is who he says he is, that would make me even more happy.
Make sure you stick around until the end, Seekers. We'll sit down with Julia and find out exactly who she was talking to.
This is what he looks like.
Really?
If you like this video, please consider subscribing. And once you've done that, give this video a like too. Alright, Seekers, we had some work to do. Our team got together to discuss the details and come up with a game plan to help verify Adrien for Julia.
I've been handling this case a little bit more delicately because she is 18 years old.
Now, her biggest concern is the fact that, yes, he's telling her that he loves her and he wants to be with her and he wants to be her boyfriend, but at the same time, he's overly sexual. That's all they talk about. And then the last time they spoke, that's what he wanted to talk about and then disappeared.
So now, for almost a year, he just connects with her because he wants to get some.
The phone sex. It sounds like she sent over 100 naked images of herself.
She is under the impression that he lives in Arizona. And we also have his username.
Yeah, I think it's Gunslinger or something. Yeah.
Most people have usernames online, use the same or very similar usernames. So if we can start with that gamer tag, we can maybe find his social media or other things using the same username.
She was obviously 17 when she met this person. I think it's in our best interest to look into it and make sure it's not like a grown-up talking to her too.
Exactly.
Because he has a deeper voice. He sounds like he could be 18 or he sounds like he could be 40.
If we call, I'm just going to be sitting here listening while watching my documentary, so you choose. Either I be there, not say a word, and continue watching this, or you can, I guess, do it on your own and enjoy yourself as much as you can.
I think we should pull whatever we can on him just to make sure that it's a kid. Like, we want it to be a 20-year-old that's just behind some fake images and not some kid's uncle using his gamer tag to, like, you know?
This one is unsettling for me.
Yeah, let's just make sure he's not a pervert.
All right, so we gotta match the pictures up. We'll look up gamer tags, all the social media usernames, see if anything matches in anybody in Arizona.
Yeah.
And then that will be like a pretty good clue of like who we're talking to potentially.
Yeah. All right, cool. I think we got a game plan.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
All right.
After discussing the details of Julia's case, David and Brienne got together to verify Adrien's true age.
From the pictures, it looks like he could be in his like early to mid 20s. The voice, when we listen to the voice, it sounds like somebody in their mid to late 20s. With her, what's interesting is that like she was 17 years old when they met, and it turned into something very sexual, getting nudes all the time. He wouldn't show his face. This guy's hiding for some reason. and it doesn't make sense. And so I think we need to really dig in a little bit more and try to figure out how old this guy is and exactly where he lives.
Sorry to bother y'all. I noticed on his profile,
Yeah.
it has 2 0. I was just thinking it could possibly be a birthday. I don't know, it was speculated for sure, but.
So maybe like February.
That's what I'm thinking, 2000, which.
So that would make him 25 years old.
Yeah, that
Look
might
at
make
this guy,
sense.
man.
Good
Trying,
job,
man.
Junior.
I'm trying. Yeah, good luck, guys. Good luck.
Yeah, well, maybe we start from that angle and see if this could be.
So what I can do, I can pull all the Adrien in Arizona between the ages of 18 and 25 years old.
Okay.
So let me pull that up now.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, there's 37 of them. So I think the next step is we'll go through each of these individually. We'll verify the information like phone number, email address. We'll try to tie it to like an actual picture to see if we can actually find his real age.
Okay. Sounds good.
It's gonna be a little work, but we'll find
I know. Let's see what we can find.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
The team had a good lead, and over the next couple of days, found as much information about Adrien as they could. After digging up some answers, they sat down with Julia to tell her everything. And to her surprise, David would be the one to lead the interview.
Hi Julia, how are you?
Hi.
Oh my gosh, you're so terrified of me.
Hey, Julia.
I gotta jump into this. Why are you so afraid of me?
I don't know. Because of how you yelled at Todd in that one video.
Oh, you're the guy that I flirt with his wife with.
Yeah, why the f were you doing that?
Ah,
Like, my blood's boiling. I'm just gonna be honest with you right now. First thing you're telling me is, oh, you're the guy that I'm flirting with his wife? F you, Todd. That's like one time. Like
I have nothing against you, but you kind of scared me a bit.
I'm only scary if you're not a good person. Well, I promise I'm not gonna yell at you. How's that?
Okay.
Okay. Let's start off with everything that's been going on lately. When's the last time you spoke to Adrien?
That's a really good question. I think the last time I spoke to him was probably more than a week ago. He just like stopped responding. And I was like, hey, are you okay? Like, what's going on? I'm just checking on you. How are you doing? And I would get no answer. Like, nothing. And I was like, okay, maybe he's just busy, right? Maybe for today.
When you message him to game, does he jump on pretty quickly or?
No, the thing about Adrien is that he appears offline everywhere. So he has that set up all the time. So I've sent him a couple messages through PlayStation and he hasn't responded to me to those either.
Interesting.
Well, we have information for you today. I think we can give you some clarity.
A lot of information.
Sorry, I'm shaking a bit. It's just,
Yeah, I mean, it's a year of your life. Like, I mean, you know, you've had all these questions.
The pictures of the other guy sending you pictures from the neck down, we weren't able to confirm who that was. You only had a few of the pictures and every time his face was covered.
okay.
So we found some profiles that were connected to his username. You shared with us his username for both Discord and his PlayStation username.
Usernames are things that people use all the time, right? So if you have your username, you know, you go on like another social network or another gaming console or anything else, you're gonna reuse that same username or something very similar because that's what's easy to remember and people kind of know you by it. And so we use this like same tactic because we understand this to try to find all the connections. And so
We found one of these profiles that David was referring to, I guess a platform, Roblox?
yeah, it's
Is
a
it
game,
Roblox?
Yeah, that's his icon and everything. Oh my god.
I think we're ready to reveal what we think Adrien looks like. I mean, I'm 100% certain because if this is the person that you're talking to behind this profile, and this is the profile that gets on to the game when you're playing and you're speaking to him, this has to be him.
This is what he looks like.
Really? What? That's so weird.
Thoughts?
Didn't expect that, you know. Like I always picture him as what he had shown me.
With Adrien, you know, seeing him, would you say that Adrien is your type?
No, honestly, no. I'm gonna be like very brutally honest of who I am into. I'm either into tall guys, nerdy glasses and curly hair, or black guys. Like only that type. That's my type. I can only say that. Like I really don't know why he would lie about those things. Maybe just to like make me fall for him or make me just confuse me a lot. It's I don't know what to feel about this, if I'm being honest.
And then this one.
But even if you look, he says this is his gamer tag. So we know for sure that the gamer tag that you are playing with is connected to this, because he even says it right here. And everything that we researched online kept leading to this person.
Oh my, what?
So we wanted to also confirm facts, right? And you mentioned that he told you that he's living in Arizona.
Yes.
So we took one of his pictures and we dropped it in this AI tool here based on the vegetation, the landscape surrounding him in the picture. It's located in Phoenix, Arizona.
In an area called Lookout Preserve.
This is Adrien's TikTok here, and he even pins Tempe, Arizona.
Wow.
He appears to have just turned like 18 or 19.
Really?
But when you listen to the audio that you sent us and you look at this person,
If we call, I'm just going to be sitting here listening while watching my documentary. So you choose. Either I be there, not say a word and continue watching this, or you can, I guess, do it on your own and enjoy yourself as much as you can.
they don't sound like it's coming from the same person, which almost leads us to believe maybe there's two people that you're talking to that know about you.
That might be, I guess.
Either another person is involved or Adrien's voice dropped really low.
Just doesn't sit right with me.
Sounds like this person is insecure, because if they can't tell you who they really are and they're hiding behind a fake profile and they're catfishing you, I mean, what does that tell you?
I don't know how to feel. I gave this person a year of my life. I would always show him off to my friends, and I would do, everything in my power to keep that relationship going. And I was still there for him every time, but he lied to me,
Well, think about it this way. I mean, you've been chatting with this guy for a whole year.
Yeah.
He hasn't been treating you very, very good, right? He only messages you when he wants one thing. It doesn't sound like a very respectful relationship. If you were our daughter, I would say you gotta block this guy and, meet someone face to face, especially before you get to that point where you're sending pictures of yourself, because it's actually very dangerous.
I guess I just wanted to prove that I was capable to make someone love me. Maybe
You literally have your whole life ahead of you. Like, I don't want to age ourselves too much, but we're double your age, Julia.
Thank you guys actually for just keeping me calm and letting me have this closure.
Thanks for meeting David.
Am I scary now? So what do you think about me now?
You could be a really good dad. That's what I can say. You're actually very nice, very supportive, and thank you for the compliments and the advice to try and help myself. I can say that.
We'll keep in touch. Thank you so
Julia.
much.
And then nice meeting you.
Yeah, we'll talk to you next week.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine with me.
Talk to you soon. All right, bye. Julia.
Before we close this case, our team felt uneasy about how little we knew about Adrien. A few days later, Brienne and David took a deeper look into Adrien and discovered something big.
We had been talking about how hard it is to find this guy because there's so many people with that same name. You said you found something. What is it?
I'm so excited. I found Adrien's Facebook profile. This is crazy. Yes. And it's even crazier because he has all his family contacts in here. And when I looked at his dad's Facebook profile, I found an article about their apartment complex being burned down. To top it off, Adrien even got interviewed in this news article.
So we have a voice to compare
We have a voice.
Well, let's play it.
Okay.
Adrien and his family lost just about everything.
We were all horrified, really scared. My mom was hyperventilating. I couldn't breathe. My dad was just really panicked. My sister was crying. She was scared.
That's him.
That's the same person.
We know that 100% this was the true Adrien. But what do you think about the voice?
Well, all right, Julian. I'll let you do your thing. And I'm going to continue watching my World War II documentary.
Look at my apartment and it's on fire. The whole thing's in a blaze. We weren't expecting it. We didn't get a knock on the door. Our fire alarms didn't go off. We didn't smell it.
Does the Adrien that Julia played with on PlayStation sound similar to the guy in the interview? Let us know in the comment section below.
This is crazy. I cannot believe that we had the opportunity to even find something like this.
First of all, Julia's not going to believe this, so we'll show her this. But this validates everything, all the research that we've done, and it shows that like we were on the right path and that we found the real person that she was talking to.
Yeah.
All right, case
They're
closed.
crazy. Yeah.
If you have been involved in a romance scam, don't forget to report it. It helps get the word out and potentially stops other people from being scammed. Have you been communicating with someone online, but something just doesn't feel right? You're not alone, and we're here to help. Our expert search specialist can investigate your case and help you uncover the truth. And don't worry, this is completely private and confidential, and is separate from our YouTube channel. Submitting your case does not mean it will be featured on our YouTube. If you need answers, click the link in this episode's description to submit your case now. We're here to help you get the clarity you deserve. Seekers, it's almost time for our weekly live stream. You can find the link to our live stream on our YouTube channel by clicking the live tab and going to our most recent video. See you all there. Thanks for watching. Don't forget all of our new videos go out every Wednesday. If you like this video, subscribe. And if you want to see more, you should probably click one of these two videos.